Donkey Kong Bonanza gets leaked 3 days early.
Well, this is a weekly show, so it's out properly now anyway. So yes, it is true. Donkey Kong Bonanza, yes, I pronounce it like that, was leaked 3 days early. Obviously, it releases today, as of recording. Released today. He's already got it. There you go. So, doesn't really matter anymore. But it does mean people have had a lot more time to get through the game, and it means some people are already at the end. Some people have already leaked the final chapter of the game, and I'm not going to spoil it, because I know a lot of people are very excited about it, but I will say it is very cool, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it very much so. So look forward to that. If you're going to get the game, or have gotten the game, let us know.
Yeah,
I'm
I kind of
excited.
hate that it's spoiled for you. It's not spoiled for me because I don't do social media, so like I know nothing
See,
other
I
than
have
like some
to...
news updates every now and then that I get, and I'll click. But I'm choosy of which ones I click, so I don't get spoiled on things.
See, I collect all the things we're going to talk about for the week, which is why sometimes they're a little bit skewed towards things that maybe don't matter. But that means I have to do a lot of marauding on the internet to find these things, and so during that, I did see the end of the game.
Yeah.
But
And to be fair, you haven't gotten a Switch 2 yet,
that is true.
so that's yeah. Hey, YouTube has donate things. Let's get this man a Switch 2.
I'm
Was it
halfway
like
there.
a super chat or whatever? Can we even do those? Do you have
No.
to be making money through YouTube? I don't even know how this works.
You do
I
have
don't
to
know.
be
He's got a
monetized.
PayPal. Send him PayPal money. He's got a Twitch channel. Insert name.
Twitch.tv/Screamer 2 A's. I'm there sometimes. But anyway.
Good luck spelling that one. Because otherwise, he's just gonna have to be Pauline riding my back because the Switch 1 is capable of playing the game.
It is, which is
way.
cool. Is that available over the internet, or is it local play?
I would imagine.
Because I know it's a separate system, but I don't know if it's LAN, like if you have to be on the same Wi-Fi.
I don't know. We could test it. So actually, I should probably put this in. I should probably put this in and let it be downloading.
Yeah, start to get that day one patch in.
Well, it's also like I went to play. No secret here. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately, and like yesterday when I opened up Pokemon, it was like, "Do you want a system update?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, why is there a system update?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, DK, the One Switch 2 game's out now. They have to update the entire system for it." So that was interesting.
But they haven't really updated it in the ways that you would want to, because apparently there are still some frame rate issues with the game, because the devs, and I quote, are aware of frame rate issues, but prioritized fun, which we seem to have different opinions on.
That's a very easy way for them to say we just really didn't want to try as much as we could have, and just pay the price. That's why we didn't charge you $80. That's why, because we prioritize fun, not graphic fidelity. Which, to be fair, it's a Donkey Kong game. You need 120 FPS when you're throwing a rock at a banana. And think about what that Senate structure is, and then think about your life, because yeah.
See, I think that because I've seen the game being played, right? I spent like 5 hours yesterday watching people play the game. The frame rate is not that big of an issue. Like, it's very much over exaggerated. There are a few dips in high areas. It never chugs like people are saying. I didn't see it do that. I saw multiple people playing the game. It's never anywhere near as bad as it sounds. This is not a Pokemon situation. This is, when there's loads of things on the screen, it gets a little
more like
slower.
A Zelda issue, right? Like
yeah,
how the game mostly ran great, looked great, but then there were sections where you're gonna notice this.
Yeah, it was more like that. See, I think the what they're saying with prioritized fun is they wanted to make the game as good as they possibly could, right? And that usually means working closer to the deadline. Nintendo tends to have their internal deadlines a lot sooner before the actual release, but it's a deadline nonetheless. And what this means is that if they had spent extra time fixing the frame rate, which I will talk about in a second, because there's a way that they could have done that, it would have taken longer to release. We wouldn't have had a game this month, you know?
Yeah. I will say when I put the game in, it did give me the option to either start the software or download the update. So that's cool that you could just play the game without having to download the update.
I think that just means you can't play online, which is fine. It's Donkey Kong, you know?
Yeah. I'm up to 81% and now it's stalled. Like it got to 81% quick. And now it's just stuck there. So and last 19 must be all the bananas.
But we also had reports about Bananza apparently started development in 2017, which we already knew it was going to be a Switch 1 game, right? But this means that, similar to Mario Kart World, they never went back and added the DLSS, I always say that wrong, the upscaling, the frame...
The DLSS.
Yeah, that support, right?
They never added that.
So it doesn't upscale to 4K, I don't believe, is what that means.
Which that's so if it doesn't upscale to 4K, but the system upscales to 4K, how does that work?
Like it doesn't, I believe. I don't think you can, because you can't with Mario Kart either, can you? On monitors or something. What was that frame rate? There was something going on with that.
I think everybody was complaining because it's supposed to be a 120 hertz screen, and then that means it's supposed to be 120 hertz, but it's actually not. I think that's what everybody's complaint is. I don't know how that relates to how this would work.
So what this means is that they could have been running the whole game at a lower resolution and then upscaling it, which would have is enough to completely fix the little frame dips that they have.
Yeah.
But because it was so far into development by the time they moved it to the Switch 2 dev kits that they just didn't.
Yeah, it's interesting because this is other than the fact that Mario Kart came in a bundle with my Switch, this is my first physical Nintendo Switch 2 game because it's the only one that I basically didn't already have. Because all the other games, Switch 2 edition.
Ports, yeah.
Yeah,
of previous games or of games on other consoles.
20 years old at this point. Like, wants to play Cyberpunk on the Switch. Like, oh, you can take it with you. Yeah, Steam Decks can do that too. And they've been doing it for years.
In all fairness, though, Steam Decks are a fair bit more expensive than the Switch 2 is.
They are, but you've also had a lot longer to have bought it. Whereas this just hit the market. And the game just hit the market. Whereas that's been out for a while. So there are people that have Steam Decks that bought it when Cyberpunk still didn't run right. And then, were surprised later when they fixed some things.
Yeah.
Which Nintendo won't do. What you get now with DK is what you're going to have with DK. You're not going to get... It's not going to be an overhaul. Come on, man. The only thing they ever fix... Only thing a Nintendo ever fixes in their games is if you can find a glitch that helps you in the game, they'll go fix that. They will go patch that to where it doesn't work. They put it in there to begin with, but they will take it away from you until you find another one. Then they'll take that one too. That's why you never update Tears of the Kingdom, folks. Never. Infinite Diamond glitch guy over here. I know how to do it.
Speaking of Donkey Kong, though, before he goes on too much of a tangent, we do have a copyright has been filed for an untitled Donkey Kong movie, which means we're getting a Donkey Kong movie, probably, and it also lists Nintendo and Universal as co-producers on the project, whatever you want to call it. Quite ironic, I think, because that is the company that sued Nintendo about Donkey Kong in the first place.
Oh.
When Nintendo made Donkey Kong originally, they attempted to sue Nintendo. Universal attempted to sue Nintendo, saying, hey, that's just King Kong, innit, mate? Like, come on. Nintendo got away with it, and now they're working together as co-producers on a Donkey Kong game. Not game, sorry. Movie.
Yeah, that's
movie.
well, I mean, Universal did do Mario, didn't it?
I believe so. Yeah,
So, I mean, I guess it's only right. But
it
then
is
yeah, the
fair,
fact
but
that
it is
the
funny
fact
that
that the history between them is
about Donkey Kong specifically. I think it's funny.
yeah, that's I like that. I like that little bit of backstory, a little bit of extra knowledge. You're learning here today, folks. I learned. We all learn.
Speaking of learning, we recently learned the cast for the Legend of Zelda movie. People
Yes,
have
we
been
did.
talking about this for since we thought since people thought it was going to be a TV show, since it got announced to be a movie, it's been years. People have been talking
Yeah.
about
We
who is
thought
going to be.
Spider-Man was going to be in it.
Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be Tom Holland because he's in everything for some reason.
To be fair, Nintendo probably looked at the Uncharted movie and was like, "Yeah, maybe we don't."
So Link is going to be played by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, also known as Pinocchio, if you've seen that. Not the good one, the other one. The Zelda is being. Sorry, the other one, because there was Pinocchio. I'm terrible at pronouncing his name. The Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Guillermo, you know what I'm talking about. That one
Yeah, I
was
know.
really
Yeah.
good, right? He's not in that one. Then there was the original Disney one, which people still like. He wasn't in that one either. The newer Disney one, the Tom Hanks one. He was Pinocchio in that. That's
Yeah.
all I
Not,
can
not
recognize.
also not the Lies of P. Not that either. He
No,
wasn't in
no,
that.
no.
So
And
none
then
of the good
Zelda,
ones.
none of the good ones. Just a Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And then Zelda is being played by Bo Bragason. You may notice no one knows who these people are. I think that's a good thing, frankly.
Yes. And no.
There are
Because
positives to both, but I think
what if
overall
it's
it's
shit?
better. Well, it's true. It could also be really good though, and
Yeah, but
launch their careers.
if you have someone famous in a shitty movie, at least you can make fun of it, Like you can laugh and talk about
True.
like, haha, they were in it and this was stupid. But if it's someone this will just go and be forgotten
Yeah.
unless it's good. So,
Maybe best though. What I
I
will
don't know.
know is that I was talking to Jacob about this yesterday, friend of the channel. You've all heard about him before.
Yeah.
They have specifically picked younger actors for this.
Yes, which, could suggest that going forward we're going to have more than one movie,
Suggests that they're
which is
trying to make multiple
a
of them,
good thing.
which is good.
Because we know that 40-year-olds can play high schoolers on any TV show. So we've got a good 20 to 30 years of Zelda movies potentially.
It's also good because this means they could be starting with one of the younger Link and Zelda stories.
Yeah, but they're not that young. So they're not like it's not going to be
They're about as young as they can get while still being decent actors.
full grown.
They are people,
While
not children.
being full size.
Yes.
They're as young as can be in full size.
They're
Like they
both
just
in
reached full size.
early 20s, I believe.
Yeah. What I mean, I think it gives a lot of people, me included, talking about how we don't know who Link is or whatever. It does also give you the ability to have a younger and older because he's kind of right there. So you could have a younger and an older Link played by whoever.
This is true.
And maybe that's where they could bring in. Same for Zelda. You could have older or younger, and they could bring in people that are bigger names for moments like that. So it's not the focus of the movie, but like, hey, they're in this.
Maybe.
And I think that'd be a pretty good way to do that. The real question is, who's playing Ganon?
Jack Black.
No, it needs to be Gerard Butler.
Chris Pratt, obviously.
No. Maybe.
Okay, so we'll round out the Nintendo news because we've become somewhat of a Nintendo channel, and I don't know how I feel about that. But we'll
I mean, it
round off the
happened. It's all
Nintendo
that's in the news.
That is true. Yeah. The Pokemon Company have added a few more balls to the market. The Safari, Moon, and Level balls now also have diecast replicas that you can buy.
Yeah.
I'll throw them
so
on
like
screen.
This, except this isn't exactly the same thing, but you know,
The
ball. We're saying ball, a ball. People, get your mind out of the gutter. Ball.
balls are
Well,
bigger
balls.
than that.
There's more than one. Okay, all right. It's not about the size of the balls. Okay, it's about what's inside them.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, man.
It's what they're catching. That's what matters, man.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we got different designs. They're the same thing as what you had already, just they look different, which is what Pokemon or Pokeball versions are. They're the same thing. They just look different.
Yeah,
they're not gonna help. The only thing they're gonna catch is dust, and they all have an equal chance of that. So, yay.
You like playing Pokemon though, don't you? You're a bit of a Pokemon guy lately.
Okay, yeah, I've been stuck on Pokemon, and again, if anybody's watching at this point and likes Pokemon, you're not gonna like my opinion. But get over it. It's mine, and it's right. I've been playing Pokemon Diamond. Which one is it? Is it Shining or Sparkling Diamond? Whichever one. It's the one for the Switch. Okay, that one. The one you hate. That one. I've been playing it, and I love it.
We already made a clip out of this one.
We'll make it again. We'll make it every week. Every week you get a clip of me telling you that you're wrong. It's a great game.
Have you heard of the gamer card, good sir? You could play Pokemon on that.
Oh, we're talking about the thingy. We're talking about we've skipped to that. Oh, okay.
It was a better segue.
Okay.
You know?
Anyways, yes. So there's a Raspberry Pi. See, look at that. Because I read it.
Right.
There's a Raspberry Pi powered
handheld.
handheld.
Skipping over that. When I first wrote the script, I missed the S as a typo. I accidentally put Raspberry Pi, and he's brought it into the recording now. Now everyone knows. You happy now?
Yeah. It was quite funny. Yes, I am. Always, naturally. But so me being me, of course, I never played this game, but I had one of these, and this is supposed to be what the size of this little handheld is going to be. It even has the little notch up at the top so you can hang it on something. Which, I mean, me, honestly, it's going on like a car keychain. It's going
maybe
a lanyard, maybe. Walk around with it like it's a freaking pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be this size, a little thicker, because you know that would be impossible. How would you charge this? It's a little bit thicker than this, but it's supposed to be like pretty much this size, which is impressive, I guess. I don't know. I don't have these things.
So the Raspberry Pis can run various versions of Linux. The one I've seen is there's a Linux version that's very game centric. Like you control it with a controller, not a command line and one.
Yeah. Oh, it does have many different plugs on it, so I imagine you could do a controller.
Those are buttons.
Are they? It looks like there's 2 buttons at the top, and then the 2 below that are Type-C ports. Unless I'm wrong.
I don't think so. The bottom one's probably a Type-C port for charging.
I don't know what that is. I guess so.
It's got like pads on it. It'll play, I imagine, I didn't actually see, but it's apparently fairly powerful. Because it comes preloaded with ports. There's 2 Switch games that they worked with the indie devs to specifically port this over. There's a game called Blue Kid 2 and Astro Blaze DX. I don't know what these games
fan
are.
favorite Nintendo games for the Switch. But you say these are powerful. Are they like Nintendo Switch powerful or Nintendo Switch 2 dock powerful?
These are Nintendo Switch Lite.
Oh.
Potentially.
Oh.
For something this big, that's impressive.
I'll let that one
Maybe
sit there for a
light.
second.
So,
Okay. But I was gonna ask. So we do know because we were talking about Bonanza. Just to wrap this back up real quick, or bring this back up. Wrap it up while bringing it back up. Just it's all back up. All right.
Donkey Kong
But
rap, baby.
oh yeah, um, we were talking about this and about playing it. You have a Switch Lite, right?
Dude.
Well, that will run this, right? Or is it because I don't remember it saying Switch Lite. I just remember it saying the Switch One.
So when you do that, it's not actually running the game.
Well, yes, but I mean,
So no, it wouldn't, but it can do the remote thing.
okay, all right. Maybe we'll test it out. I don't know.
I'm pretty
What
sure it
more
works.
importantly though, rather than testing that out, when we get done with this, we're gonna go to sleep. And PS2 can be there for you when you go to sleep now. Because they have made a PS2 pillow because they've realized that they can't just keep pulling tens of millions of units out of nowhere saying they've sold. They now have to sell something that's called a PS2 to be able to make up those numbers. And they've turned it into a pillow.
I made this joke like half an hour ago before we started recording. It's just
You're
stolen
welcome. I recycled it, okay? You're welcome. You know. I'm sorry, my bad. My problem is where's the controllers? How do I plug anything into this?
Pillow, my guy.
I know there should be like
It's
additional pillows
the
like that you plug
PS2
in.
what you want controller plushes?
I want the disk drive to open up. I don't know if you guys had these or not, but like when I was a kid,
Open
we
down there.
had the pillows that like had a blanket that wrapped around it and it was a mat. So like you could lay it out and it was a pillow and a mat and then it had a blanket. Did y'all have those?
No, we had sleeping bags.
Oh, we used them for like nap time at school, but they was specifically like it was
You
set
had
up like
nap
that.
time at school?
Yes, when I was like 5.
I went to school at 5. We didn't nap.
Well, we're a very lazy country, okay? We need a nap. Unfortunately, they take it away from us, and then you get in trouble for sleeping at school, and then you get fired for sleeping on the job. So they don't really train you well. They start you out with going, "Hey, we're going to have a busy day, but we're going to take a nap." And then they just cut that off one day and you fiend for you're just by yourself. You're fiending for a nap, but you can't have one even though that's what you're programmed to do. This country's backwards, all right? But anyways, I would like the disk drive to open up and like a little blankie come out. That'd be nice.
Sure.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I gotta buy it, because how much is this gonna cost? Like an Xbox refrigerator costs $100. How much does a PS2 pillow cost?
I couldn't
Is it gonna
find
be like
any
my pillow?
information about it. There's like one website you can pre-order it on. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Yeah. I'll might get one. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Are they gonna make a slim version?
Probably not. Just a smaller
I need
pillow, innit?
I need the original PS3. That way it's a full size pillow. That's like a body pillow, man. And don't even get me started on if they make a PS5 version. That's a mattress.
Well, it's not the size of a PS2. It's bigger.
Oh,
Like
is it?
pillow sized.
Bigger than the original PS2? Because the original PS2 was a pillow. That thing was massive.
Wasn't. Apparently, it's around the size of the PS5. That is just what it said on the article, though. That's not.
No,
I haven't
okay.
measured it.
That's pillow sized. I could lay my head on that. It'd be painful, but I could.
Speaking of painful, Portal 2, no longer the highest rated game on Steam. Hurts, man. It's been overtaken by a worthy successor, though. So
no, that's what hurts. That's what hurt. Worthy successor? No. What hurts is what took over. I don't care for it. I don't care at all.
I mean, I've never played it, but I know the amount of people who love it. It's Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is now 0.02 higher rated on Steam than Portal 2.
For Americans, that's 0.02.
You don't say not.
We do not.
You know, look at this funny guy over here.
But yeah, it's 0.02 higher. So Stardew Valley is now rated 8.87 and Portal 2 is 8.85. That's not much of a difference.
No,
but
not
enough
at all.
apparently.
But the fact that Portal 2 has been the top since like was it since it came out? 'Cause it came out in like 2011. How long
Yeah.
after that did it become? It's been there for like 10
Pretty
years
sure
at
it was
least.
there. Yeah. What's interesting though is if you go and bang for your buck, Portal 2 is only $1.99 and Stardew Valley is $7.49.
Stardew
So
Valley is a much bigger game though, to be fair.
You could buy 3 Portal 2s or 1 Stardew Valley.
Yeah, but you would have to play Portal 2 at least 3 times before you got anywhere near the end of Stardew Valley.
Okay. Well, first of all, there's at least 2 ways you can play it. One is one player and one is the other player. So that's 2 different ways to experience the same game.
That's
a whole new story.
It's different.
The what?
The 2-player is a different story. It's a different campaign.
Yeah. I know that's what I'm saying, but like you could, and then you flip that, and then you could play it by yourself as well. So that's 3 ways to play.
Where are you getting the third one?
If you play it by yourself,
okay,
and then if you play it with someone as one player, and then you play it with someone as the other player.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's more like 2.5, I would say, but sure.
I mean,
do you want to hear my fun fact though?
Sure, by all means, tell me a fun fact.
Stardew Valley, in the beginning of its life, was for a time breaking the Geneva Convention. True fact.
Okay, I'm gonna need more here.
So, in video games, you may notice, you know, when you go and get a heal pack or whatever the equivalent is, it's always a green cross, right?
Yeah,
Turns out,
well, or red, green or red.
Never red. Never red. The red is the red cross is a protected symbol by, you'll never guess who, the Red Cross.
Okay.
And it is specifically kept, it is not allowed to be in video games or media because it is kept as a sacred symbol for actually being at war so that it is never confused with something other than actual aid. It is against the Geneva Convention to put a red cross in a video game.
So I guess I'm thinking red health pack with a white cross is what I'm thinking, I guess.
Yeah, that happens.
Because I've seen the red and white. I guess I had it confused on
an
which
actual
way it was.
like red plus sign. Not allowed.
I feel like I've played something that at least has it. I mean, I've played a
Maybe,
lot of games,
but it broke the Geneva Convention if it did.
Well, maybe we need
a little bit.
We need to get a list of all the games that broke the Geneva Convention because that's what we do here. I mean,
number 1, Stardew Valley. It doesn't anymore. They updated it, but the original.
Well, it's definitely the highest rated game that does that on Steam.
Yeah, by default.
So, yeah.
Speaking of breaking the Geneva Convention, you ever heard of Sonic?
How does that even? What did you just do there? What was that?
That was what I like to call a funny.
Even Sonic is telling you to slow down, mate. Like, look at him over there. He's disappointed. Oh, by the way, I will
we
say
didn't address the fact that I'm in a completely different place.
Oh yeah, you're in a new place. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, this is the other side of that door you saw in the background.
Yeah.
He just swapped rooms.
Sure.
He said, "Why not?" You know, that's why everything's kind of backwards.
Yeah. It's like what, Coraline? You go through the door, everything's little.
Yeah.
No, I moved house. But yes, Crossworlds.
Next
I can't
time,
take
next time
myself
we do a
seriously,
video,
though.
you're gonna have Batman back there with like buttons for eyes.
Well, I
Like,
have a
that's not the
Santa
real
hat is
Batman.
the thing. And when it gets to Christmas, I'm fully putting it on there.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see, but in that corner there is a Kylo Ren with a Grimace bucket hat on, and I
Oh
feel
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
need to point that out because I think
Absolutely.
that's
Needs to
pretty
be.
funny. There's
Yeah.
also an empty shelf here. That's where this will go when it's done. But he doesn't have a head yet, so you're gonna have to wait on that.
Okay? We'll
I'm
wait,
not going to
I guess.
elaborate. Sonic Racing Crossworlds has dropped a customization and gadgets trailer. I will throw it up on screen now. So we see that. So customization was in the last game, right? In Team Sonic Racing, you could unlock various different car parts and mix and match them. It seems they've taken that to the extreme this time because they have got way more for every car. I hope they don't
Good.
unlock them in the same way because in the last game it was like a gacha system. It was free. You got the currency by playing the game, but still you like it was those like I think what they're called. Those like gumball machine looking things that have like toys in them, and you get a random
Yeah.
one. It was like that,
Yeah.
but you got random car parts,
So
and
it's
then you
like
could get
it's like a
repeats and
loot
stuff.
box.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
like a random loot box. You just open
But
one
it
and
was
boom, this is the
free,
part
so
you
that
get.
completely defeats the point of it being a loop. So I don't know. Um, Hopefully they're not doing that this time because that pissed me off. But it seems each car has lots of different parts you can put on them. I don't believe it is fully customizable. Is that a word? I don't believe it's fully customizable because there seem to still be like base cars, and then you can
Yeah.
customize those cars. It's not quite the whole Mario Kart 8. Put whatever you want with whatever you want because the cars are a lot more detailed and they also have different types of vehicles, and it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
can't put the front of a surfboard on a car. It's
Why not?
how are you gonna do that? Um, but it's apparently there's still like over 70,000 combinations. I'm assuming they're counting colors in that, so I'd take that with a pinch of salt. But
They're probably also counting character choice with the card as well, just to up that number a little bit.
maybe I don't know if you can mix and match. To be fair, because each of the cards are usually locked to a character. Like each character has their card.
Well, maybe the skins of each character,
Maybe all
because
four of
we're
them.
assuming that they're going to be
Um,
skins. I see what you did there. Nice.
I can't. Has that clip gone up yet? I don't think it has, but I'm excited for it.
I don't know.
I have clips scheduled to like they're releasing all the way up to like next week as we're recording this, so it could be a while.
We'll wait.
Gadgets. You can upgrade the gadgets. So gadgets are items, right? They're calling them gadgets. You can upgrade them outside of races. You can choose which ones you kind of get out of boxes. You can customize this like loadout for them. We already knew that, right? This isn't new information. The new information is that the gadgets can be combined in some loadouts. You can mix them together. There are, there's like ring gadgets where, the crappy one in Mario Kart where you get a coin. You can mix that with a missile, and all of a sudden the missile has like a trail of rings, and you get all that, and it's,
Oh,
you can combine
interesting.
various different gadgets together, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
It also means not every gadget is going to be in every race. You pick which gadgets you can pick up to a certain. I imagine you have to unlock them as you go. And it's like
Yeah, because you can't just start the game and they
interesting.
all be there. So
Yeah,
that, I mean, yeah. I
interesting.
guess this
We'll
is a
see how that
game.
goes.
Is this game? Do we know? Is it going to be cross-platform?
It is, yes.
Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna probably get it for the Switch, and then that means we can play online together. Because the Switch is the only online service that I have.
Yeah. I'll probably get it through the PS4 or just PC. We'll see.
Yeah. Wait, it's coming out for PS4?
Yeah, which is nuts.
I didn't know that. I thought it
Right?
was
It's
just this
crazy.
gen.
It's coming out on last gen as well. Um,
Okay, I see
or
you,
at least it
Sonic.
is for PlayStation. I can't remember if it is for Xbox.
Well, Xbox, they're not even doing a physical copy for. It's just straight up digital, so it doesn't even matter.
It
Like
is.
if it can run on an
I
Xbox Series S, it can run on an Xbox One. Like they're basically the same thing.
I'm gonna Google this now in case I'm wrong.
I must say I don't remember seeing it for PS4,
No,
but
PlayStation 4. Yeah, set
is
to be
it going to be a
released on.
physical?
Yep.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's any like special edition for PS4, but there is a
Yeah,
physical.
I know we saw the collector's edition on limited run, which they still haven't sent me an update about Hellblade 2 and when that's going to be a thing. I'm waiting. I've got money to the side. I keep telling myself not to buy other things because I'm like, I need to buy this one when it comes out. But no news.
Yeah, it's coming out on Switch, Switch 2, PS4, PS5, Windows, so Steam, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S.
Well, good. I'll have a second Switch 2 game. Because my game coming out, the good old Final Fantasy Tactics, is not for the Switch 2, weirdly enough. It's
Is
only
it
for the
not?
Switch. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't get it.
it.
Yeah. Which Square Enix has been in a bit of a thing with, because they're the Dragon Quest HD 1 and 2 remakes or whatever they're called. The Switch 1 version is not upgradable to Switch 2. They're not letting you do that. If you buy the Switch 1 version and you want to play it Switch 2 version, you then have to buy the Switch 2 version. There's no upgrade pack to do that. So
It's annoying.
maybe they're just doing something weird and they're not going to
Yeah,
release it
maybe.
for the Switch 2 because it's not a Switch 2 game, it's a Switch game. So I don't know.
At least the Switch 2 is backwards compatible. Not as good
Yes.
as having a Switch 2 version, but it's
Yeah.
always good playing all the games on newer hardware. Like, people have
Yeah.
been excited about GTA 4 apparently getting a remaster. I don't know how. Look, don't give me that look. GTA 4 has a support page, as most games do. This page briefly mentioned being available on the PlayStation 4. People very quickly found this out and was talking to. I can't see that, mate. That
No one
PS3.
can, but I can. Yeah. So this is the PS3 section, and then there's
Okay.
GT. Is that it? No, that's The Last of Us. So that's it. That one right there. That's GTA 4. Because it actually says Grand Theft Auto 4, not GTA. It's Grand Theft Auto 4. That was back when we actually used words. Oh, weird time. We didn't use
Don't need
acronyms
that
for
anymore.
everything.
So yeah, people were very quick to
LOL.
ask Rockstar. Does that mean it's getting remastered or ported to the PS4? Because it is not on the PS4. Rockstar took it off the page and has not made a statement. So
They,
it
they
is
were
all
like,
speculation.
no comment.
Yeah, basically.
We didn't say
So
that.
I don't know if that actually means it is, or if someone just accidentally put PS4 and Rockstar doesn't care enough to answer anyone.
Yeah.
Both
I
equally
don't know.
valid and plausible.
Well, so a lot of people there is a huge number of people that believe GTA 4 is superior to GTA 5. And in a lot of ways
People
they're
like,
right. If you look at some of the things in game, they did it better in GTA 4. That's not to say the story mode, which let's be honest, who's playing the story mode in GTA. But it's not to say that the story mode's better or anything like that, but there are factors in the game you look at, like the way the water is affected, the car damaging, stuff like that. It's done better in the previous game. So bringing that game forward to where we are now to give it a fighting chance against GTA 5, I feel like it would prove to be the better game.
a lot of
Now,
people would be
the
happy.
real question is, who the hell cares? GTA 6 is coming out next year.
Also true. At least they say it is. We will see.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
want to
yeah.
know a fun fact about this game?
Sure. What was that?
This is my favorite fact to tell people about GTA 4 because it always makes them feel terrible. GTA 4 released when I was 3 years of age. Look at his soul die. GTA
I
4 released on the 29th of April 2008. I turned
I
4 years old
remember.
in June of that year.
I remember that game releasing.
I was
I
3. I
remember
do not.
playing it when it was new, and I still have it. It's for the PS3. Like I vividly remember, cause I remember when GTA San Andreas was like the big thing. I remember when 3 was it. Like I remember the older games. I know what it was like, what the difference was. Nostalgia will lie to you because San Andreas was a great game. And then I replayed it like 2 or 3 years ago and realized that that game looks terrible. Just absolute. Like when I was a kid, I remember like you could change your clothes, you could change your physique type, change your hair, everything. I was like, oh, this is so cool. There's so much detail and it's so real. You go back and look at it now and you're like, was I high? What happened?
That happens a lot
So
with graphics. It's because you didn't know any better. You know, that's the best you
that's
had
true.
seen up to then.
Yeah, it's I nostalgia is wild.
I mean, despite being born so late, I still grew up on the PS2. I didn't get the new consoles as it came out. I got them like 6, 7 years later.
Yeah, but
Um,
you knew others. You knew other things existed, so you weren't like
I didn't have internet
you.
until I was 11, so for a lot of my childhood, I only knew the PS2 and the Dreamcast.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. I guess that's fair.
And when I got the
But
internet, I immediately started just watching Minecraft, so not much better graphically.
that game. This is the main reason why I don't like Minecraft. Is just because it came out and it was such a hit, and with all the things we're doing, moving forward, video games and advancing graphics or whatever, here's this little 8-bit looking crap that is selling so well that other games are like, well, maybe we don't have to care about the way it looks, do we?
No, I love Minecraft.
And we
This is
don't need that
Minecraft
influence
household.
on the market. We don't. We need them to worry about what it looks like and not just prioritize on fun, perhaps how it functions as well. Looking at you, company that has red on your logo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is interesting. I love that red, blue, and green are like the main 3 companies. How'd they get that to work?
That is true.
That's
That's why Sega failed.
fascinating.
Blue was taken.
Yeah, true. If they'd have
Well,
gone
that's not
green,
true.
man.
Sega got to it first, but you know, still.
Yeah, they yeah, they got to
Don't
it
think about it
first.
too
But
hard, and the joke works.
the shade of blue wasn't right. That's what it was.
Yeah, it
It just
must have
it
been it.
wasn't the right shade of blue.
Must have been it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of all 3 colors, the green color, good old Xbox. We talked about them 2 weeks ago. See, that's a transition right there. After they fired half their staff, we just literally reported on 2 weeks ago, fired half their staff. They posted a job listing for graphic designers while using an AI generated banner. Because, why not?
When I saw this, I had to actively check multiple sources because it was so unbelievably tone deaf. I thought it had to be a joke. You know, there is no way this multi-million, billion, whatever dollar company is stupid enough to do something like. Turns out they are. It's real. It's on
I
LinkedIn.
can't believe this is where you figured that out. I did Xbox
That is true.
360,
That's fair.
Xbox One,
That's fair.
Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series S, and Series X. Or how about the fact that the Xbox One X is also called the Xbox One X Enhanced?
Yeah, I
What?
still don't really know which one's which.
It doesn't matter. Everything's an Xbox. That's what they meant. They couldn't figure out a new name for one, so they were just like, your Roku TV's an Xbox. Your iPhone's an Xbox.
I can see it. But yeah, this is a spit in the face to a lot of people. This is
Yeah, especially the people that were just fired
because I
or
imagine they
let
during
go.
that firing, there has to have been some graphic designers on that. So they've just fired, presumably at least a few graphic designers, and then put out a job listing for one using AI.
So another thing is, if you're using AI to make this, now I'm not
Because they fired all the
supporting
actual
this,
graphic designers. They had no one left to make it.
not supporting this whatsoever. But my question is, if you fired all your graphic designers and then you used AI to make something to tell them that you're hiring, why aren't you just using AI?
True. I think
Like,
whoever made this is clearly not quite on the same rung as people who actually make important decisions.
well, yeah, but you still did it.
That's true. And it's
I don't
insane. Like,
want
if
them
you just
to,
look
but
at the
like,
picture, like, how can you look at that and be like, yeah, that's fine?
I could have drawn this,
I could. There's
and
code on the back
in
of the monitor.
I could have drawn this in Microsoft Paint.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It it looks like it should be turned into a fridge as a joke.
Put that on a fridge magnet. Slap it on the Xbox fridge.
Yeah, I mean you could. You really could.
But forget
You
about
got
the
to remember
Xbox.
this. This is also the company. Hold on. This is also the company that made Red Ring of Death. So we just got to bring that back out and raised all their prices on shit that's old. Sony still
Yeah,
hasn't done that. Thank you, Sony.
our Lord and Savior Sony.
Yeah, I was. There was a game. There was a game I looked at. What was the game? There was a game I looked at, and it's releasing at $59, and I was like, "See, this is what games should do." And now I can't think of. Oh, Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Oh,
We talked about it before in the state of play or whenever it was released. It
yeah.
releases on 12/31/25. So the last day of the year. But it releases at $59, not 80.
Solid.
And it's a full-blown game. It's a game that could charge 80 for it and people would play it, but it's releasing at 59. Not even 69, 59. And I saw that and was like, "Oh, definitely picking that up." So, I was happy about that.
Well, we'll see about the games that come out next year, though, because apparently the God of War game that was supposed to be coming out this year is now coming out next year. We've had updates about God of War. There have been plenty of articles peddling updates for God of War. Do you want to hear this update, Stan?
I mean, there's another update I'd rather hear about, but we don't have any news on that. So go ahead.
There is no Silksong news, I'm afraid. The update for God of War is that it still exists.
Does it?
Thank you, Sony! Holy hell!
The only thing, the moment you said that, all I could think of was that Eminem commercial where Santa turns around and goes, "Oh, they do exist."
You found my secret identity as the orange M&M.
Yeah.
So
So it still exists. Woohoo.
another case of
Good.
annoying article titles being like, God of War gives update on new project. The update is that it exists still.
Yay.
But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not leaving you empty-handed in the God of War department, because last month I somehow missed the fact that an insider, Tom Henderson, claims that there is an unannounced spin-off in the works for God of War. There is a 2.5 dimensional Metroidvania style God of War game set in ancient Greece.
Is it going to be called Jesus of Battle?
This sounds to me like more of a what would be on a handheld, but I guess not anymore because they just did Prince of Persia, didn't they? That sort of thing.
But I mean, yeah, this is Like God of
It
War
sounds
is.
like something they would have put on the PSP, which is crazy because they had actual God of War games on the PSP.
They did. Yes, I played one of them. That's the
um,
only God of War game I've ever played.
but this is supposed to be a prequel set before Kratos becomes a god, and it's him like. It's a cool spin-off. It's not the main project. The main project is still in the works. It's coming out next year, apparently.
It
But this
still
is cool.
exists.
It still exists, mind you.
Yeah.
I think this is cool.
Prequel though. Do we need it? Do we need it?
Do we
Do
need
we?
any game? You know, it's about it's a want. It's a desire. It's a yearning.
It's a problem.
Do you need any of those behind you, good sir? Do you need any of those? Because you played about 3 of them.
Well, to be fair, the games I get are so good that it's hard to stop playing one to play another. So, that's pretty good
So
value.
he's just been
if I
playing
must say.
Fortnite for the last 2 years. Hasn't played
I
anything
actually,
else.
I actually haven't played Fortnite in like 2 weeks, and
neither
I
have I.
just started playing it last year. So, lately I've been playing college football. I've got a YouTube channel that I'm going to start doing playthroughs of on that. I'll plug that here when I can to get all the people from here over there. All of you.
3 of you.
I was 23. We have 23 subscribers. Maybe 2 of them are us, but
I'm pretty sure 2 of them are us.
I'm fair. I know one of them is me. So
Yeah,
Which
all
just-
100 of you that watched 5 minutes of the Claire Obscure video because it had a Claire
Yeah.
Obscure in it, come back.
yeah, come back.
We're funny, I promise.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. All those things. Watch
Don't
another
say
one
that.
of our
They'll
videos.
think we're ending. We're not ending. We're not done yet.
We're not
Look at
ending
the red
yet.
bar. There's still time. Come back.
Well, that's when
They've
you
all
want to do
clicked
it. You don't
on.
want to do it at the end. They're gone already. So you grab them now while you have their attention. Hello,
As soon
people.
as you say the word subscribe, people are like, oh, he's done, gone. All left for. We have
Just-
one more point.
Just before I say that, pause the video and be like, "Wait, I know what he's about to say, but we're not done yet." Have me over there like,
Oh, okay. So, I have a rant. This isn't really news. This is more tech annoyance. This is,
Right.
as you can see, as we've just discussed, I just moved house. This included moving my PC because I didn't want to leave it in the old one. Funnily enough.
makes sense.
In doing this, I got here, I plugged up the PC, hit the power button, span up, fans go on, lights come up, no signal. I think, that's not good. So I
No.
check the cables. I'm like, maybe there's a dodgy cable. Maybe it's on the wrong source. Check all of this. Spend half an hour checking both cables, all the way, trying different ones, trying a different monitor, try putting it in my TV, everything. Still not working. Nothing's happening. I'm like, okay, that's strange. Maybe it's an issue with the graphics card because I'll be honest, I didn't take it out to move it. That's my bad. Probably should have done that. So I thought. Okay, so I tried plugging it into the integrated graphics. Still nothing. Does my computer even have integrated graphics? Because, yeah, the motherboard has the plug, but that doesn't necessarily always mean you have integrated graphics. So I look at my CPU chip. Turns out, yes, I have integrated graphics. Not working, though. So I take the graphics card out. I'm like, okay, maybe it's trying to spit up too many things. Maybe it's trying to output to the wrong one. I take it out, just focus everything on integrated. Plug that up. Still nothing. I think, that's really not good. At this point, it's been like 2 hours of me at 3 in the morning trying to figure out what's wrong with this PC. So I look it up and people are like, reseat some of your components. So I'm like, okay, so I take the RAM out, I put the RAM back in as is. They say you should reseat the CMOS battery. I'm like, well, if it's not the CMOS battery, it's going to be a big pain if I take that out, so I'm not going to do that yet. So I didn't.
Fair enough.
Put it, try turning it back on. Nothing. Like, this is a problem. So I think, what if it is the RAM? Because I did just take it out and put it back in exactly as it was. So I take one of the RAM sticks out, and I try and boot it with just one. And lo and behold, it fires up and it's alive. Again, at this point, it's been about 3 or 4 hours. So I run it up to BIOS, right? I put both back in, run it to BIOS. One of them is undefined. But I think I've never looked at the BIOS before, to be fair, so it could have always been like that. I wouldn't know. So I take both out, I swap them around, I reseat them again, and then it just works. What the hell? And now it's fine.
Maybe they just wanted a different view, you know?
Maybe. But
I tired of sitting in the same spot.
This took way too long because I tried the, obviously you have 4 slots for RAM on the motherboard. I tried them in so many different combinations trying to figure out what was undefined about this thing. It still says undefined on the BIOS, but when you run memory tests, it's still running all 32 gigs. No problem.
Hey.
And I'm confused because if there's no RAM, it's still supposed to display a signal. It's still supposed to come up with a little BIOS message that says, "Hey, your RAM's fucked."
Chuckle nuts.
Yeah. It didn't though. It didn't display anything. So I don't know, but it's fixed now. That took me. So I tried to go to bed about midnight, right? Couldn't sleep. So that's when I decided I'll set up my PC. When I finally had everything working and could go to bed, it was about 6:30 in the morning. I remember I messaged my dad. I was like, "Bro, I've just had a nightmare of a night."
Yikes.
Yeah, I then got like 2 hours of sleep and then went to work.
Yeah, see, that would have been me too, because like if for any reason my PC wasn't working,
there's no way you'd be able to sleep, right?
I don't do much on it for real, other than like this, and sometimes I play games, but mostly I play games on my consoles. But if I knew for some reason this wasn't working, I'm not doing anything until this gets fixed.
100%.
Like there's too much money sitting here to not understand why it's not able to be used.
Once I'd plugged it up and it didn't work, I was like, I'm not doing anything else. There is no way there is no possibility I'm going to be able to fall asleep knowing that this isn't working.
Because, like, bare minimum, by the time I'm done messing with this, I know one of two things. Either one, it works again, or two, I'm going to work more, because now I need to buy another one.
Yeah.
So, I got to get one of those figured out, and I know which one's going to make me happier, so I'm going to be trying everything. I don't care if they're like, you got to lick the RAM. We're going in. If it's dusty, you got to lick the dust up. It's going in.
Don't do that.
Don't lick your PC components, people. Don't do that. That's not.
The reason it took so long is because my graphics card is like screwed into the back panel. I believe most people's are, but so I had to and the back panel, obviously, like the bit where the racking is for all of those slots, they all come out individually, and because I was trying it in different slots, I had to unscrew like 7 different panels. Just to like have the space to work on it, and so
yeah, I don't know that mine's that intensive. I think it comes out pretty easily.
Mine it's screwed into like 3 places, and then it has the actual clip that on the motherboard.
Yeah. But then you've also got to remember what are you working with?
True, I do have a 1080 Ti, so it's quite old.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
Yeah, when his PC was new, so was the PS2.
Turns out it actually says 1080 Ti on the bottom, but I didn't know that because I'd never seen it from the bottom before.
Well, maybe now you should get one of those adjustment kits where you can kind of turn it sideways so you can see underneath it. Good old relocation kits.
Fine. It's fine.
Mine looks great too. Now. It just flashes at you like boom, 3060, which is like just a giant boom. You're middle class.
Better than me. I mean,
I guess. I guess. I mean, if you think about it though, what you paid for your PC and probably what I paid for my PC are not that far off.
I think it wasn't far off before you put a bunch of extra stuff in yours.
Well, yeah, before. Well, yeah, I've put I've put other things in here, but like where it started at, because I mean the graphics card is the graphics card. I haven't changed that. I don't have the money to change that.
Because I paid probably about
3060s.
the equivalent of like $750, maybe $800.
Yeah, and this was 750. But like I do have an upgraded CPU. I do have upgraded RAM.
See, I don't have any of that. I didn't buy any extra parts
and
for it.
storage. So, like, but other
Well, I
than
bought
that,
extra
you know,
hard drives, but
it's a 3060, and it's going to be in there until it burns.
that's fair. That's fair.
Until smoke
Well-
comes out of it, it's in there.
That's kind of news. The 1080, or just the is it the 8, 9,
The-
and 10 series?
8, 9, and 10. I think that's what it is.
They're all being not discontinued because I think they already didn't make them anymore, but they're no longer being
Support is
supported
being dropped.
with
Yeah.
they're not making any more drivers for them soon, which is annoying. That means I might actually have to get a new graphics card if it gives me problems. If it's fine, I'm just not gonna bother.
I know a guy that's got a
We'll see.
3060, you know, for undisclosed price.
Well, I'll just
You
take
can
that
get this
unlabeled
3060 for the price of a 4070.
one. Oh, I gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, that's your troubles.
That is
He
my rant.
moved, and he had some PC problems. He wanted to say it here. He wanted you all to know the struggle he goes through to put in the production value that you get here. Okay, can we get a thumbs up for the guy? Can we?
Leave a like, because no one ever does that. I know likes don't matter, like algorithmically
True.
speaking, but for my
Yeah.
ego.
Okay, I'm going to address this because there are some people that thumbs down. And my question to you is, why do you watch?
That hasn't happened in a while, to be fair.
Why do
That
you
is
watch and then
funny.
thumbs down?
When was the last one that got thumbs down?
I don't know.
The
it's
Summer
probably been a
Games
while.
Fest one, someone disliked.
Yeah. Like why? We just talked about what was on the summer. Like you didn't have to watch Summer Games. Why'd you come here?
I don't know. People.
What are you doing?
Confusing. But that is it
You know what?
for
I'm gonna
most for
be
this
honest with you.
week.
If you waste an hour of your time watching me, thumbs down me. I don't care. You sat here and watched me. That's on you. You wasted your time. You're not wasting mine. Hey, yeah, go ahead. Do your.
Thank you very much for watching. It has been a pleasure as always. I've been Aiden.
I've been Stan. Still Stan.
Is still standing.
I am.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you across the pond next time. Bye bye now.